Hey guys, welcome back to the Real South Africa Travel and Tourism. We have a great video for you today. We got a brother who came here with us as a tourist and found his way properly. He saw a lot of stuff, did a lot of things, and of course, he wants to tell you about it. And we're going to give him the opportunity to chat with you guys and let him know how his experience was here in South Africa, and of course how we made it work for him while he was here. So we will see you on the inside, and of course, like and subscribe. See ya. Hey everybody, how you doing? This is Mark Blanton from the Real South Africa Travel and Tourism. We're at home right now. We just decided to, put together this video for you guys because we think it's a very special video for a lot of reasons, and let me tell you why. William, one of our many people who have traveled with us, had a lot to say. And so we decided to meet him because obviously we don't get a chance to do a video with everyone. We don't get a chance to meet everyone. We would love to, but again, we will be flying nonstop all around the country all the time because we constantly have people here. And I think it's because of the services that we actually do provide. I think the word of mouth is kind of spreading around. So with that being said, he heard about us and he decided to say, you know what, I'm gonna come to South Africa and I'm gonna see what this whole South Africa is about. I know they running their mouth, they talking about it's nice, the food's good, this, that, and the third. However, he booked the trip easy, did it on the website, no problem. We got us his confirmation, we started working, getting everything lined up for him. So this guy, he comes. And so we didn't get a chance to see him till he was getting ready to leave the hotel, 5-star of course, and we sat down with him. And he was like, first of all, thank you for meeting me. He was happy, super happy to meet us, and we really had a good time chatting with him. But the whole time he was here, he kept saying, number one, he did not want to leave, and then number two, he said he did not want to leave, and then number three, he was like, I gotta go to the airport. I assume that's that he has to leave. But at the end of the day, he really enjoyed his trip. So we did chronicle it, and so we're gonna let him tell you in his own words. But I will warn you, I'm warning you now, he blamed us for everything. Everything that went wrong, everything that went right, he blamed us. And not only did he blame me, he blamed Dr. Latasha Blanton. Can you believe that? He blamed her for everything. And so you're going to be able to hear it in his words. And so we want you guys to watch this video and of course like and subscribe and do all that wonderful stuff. But we really appreciate you guys who actually come to our channel and so forth. So we will see you here in sunny South Africa. All right guys, this is Mark Blanton from the Real South Africa Travel and Tourism. And we got a gentleman who's about to say bye-bye to South Africa for the first time. And so we're going to get it in his words, his thoughts. It has nothing to do with me. I am just a moderator. He's going to let you know how he feels and about his time here, what happened, what we did for him, and a few other things, because he's from Kansas City, Missouri. Kansas City, Missouri, not Kansas City, Kansas.
Correct. Missouri.
Yeah, there's a big difference, y'all. There's KCK, yeah, KCK and KC Mo. I remember that from a history. So, yeah. So let me turn this around, guys. There he is.
Hello.
Tell him who you are. Just tell him what you want him to know.
My name is William White. I am here from Kansas City, Missouri, and these two have spoiled me, quite honestly. It's been the absolute best vacation I've ever been on. Anyone who says that coming here is a cost and everything, this is an investment. Yeah. This is an honest investment. You are going to reap so many benefits coming to South Africa. As someone who goes on vacation, typically about 3 to 4 days, I'm ready to go back home. This is the first vacation, honestly, I am sad to hop on a plane and head back. I've met wonderful people, lovely accommodations. Yeah. It has been absolutely wonderful. I've seen herds of elephants. I've seen Soweto. I've seen the Lakazi Street. Yeah. Been to the Apartheid Museum. Everything that Mark and Latasha have done for me has been top notch. And the absolute best vacation I've ever been on. And I will be back in here in November because I've asked them to save me a spot on the real estate tour.
Yeah.
So we fighting for spots. So I asked for one,
Mm-hmm.
and so I got mine reserved as soon as I get back. So if you want to come, you don't have to wait for the real estate tour, but you
Yeah.
need to come to South Africa.
Okay.
You do.
So now you said comparing to other vacations, because you said you've been on other vacations.
I've been on cruises, you know, and you know that first couple of days at sea, it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do an excursion or two, and then I'm looking at the watch. I'm ready to go back.
Yeah.
These 10 days, I have not once been homesick.
Yeah.
Not once. Every day has been a full day of activities, full day of things to do. I've learned so much about South Africa, so much about the history here, and that it is a place that you feel at home.
Yeah.
You really do.
Okay.
And everybody I've talked to has said, welcome home. And you're like, welcome home? Really? Really?
Mm-hmm.
And I was talking to Herbert, and I was like, man, I'm not homesick. He was like, you're home.
Yeah.
Why would you be homesick? And that hit. And it was like, all right. So I'm waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning like, when can I come back here?
Yeah.
When can I get back here? We're doing a real estate tour in November.
Mm-hmm.
November? That's long, but it's better to come back here in November.
Can you make it to November? Because it's a tough stretch.
I'm making contacts with people. I'm like, look, I need to stay in contact with you just to get that South Africa fixed till I can get back here.
Yeah.
Till I can get back here.
Yeah.
But
So let me ask you this. So now you probably realize why there's so many people who want to move here.
Absolutely.
It makes sense.
I haven't met one person who has been angry, upset. Everyone you greet, they greet you back.
Yeah.
They start conversations with you. I'm sitting there at the spa yesterday. You wrong for the spa.
He said spa.
You wrong for that. You know you wrong for that. You set people up so that they don't want to get on planes. You know what you're doing with the spa. You know you do. I'm sitting there at the spa and everything, and I'm pedicure, of course, because you know that's one you put in there. And a couple on the other end were like, well, where are you from? I was like, from Midwest, U.S. But how do you like South Africa? Love South Africa. And it was a whole conversation.
Yeah.
Bianca and let me see, Manesh. I don't know y'all, but you want to have this conversation with me. And we exchanging names and everything else. And they're etched right here because they're part of a memorable vacation.
Yeah.
And they were like, you need to go to Cape Town. It's on my list.
Yeah.
Trust me, I'm getting to Cape Town. But first I need to come to the real estate tour because you're going to save me a spot.
Y'all gonna save your spot.
And then I will come back in here and venture off to Cape Town.
Yeah. Because last time people came, they did the real estate tour and then stayed a little bit longer to do exactly that.
Yes.
Or some people came before, so there's options.
Pilanesberg. There are no words to describe. Even if we hadn't seen any animals, it would have been all right. But to go to that top and get that view of everything, and then you start to see the animals and everything. And Lion Safari Park, absolutely amazing. Yeah. I got a picture of one of the lions as my screensaver now because it was just such a good photo. And a friend of mine was like, can you pet the lions? You don't pet animals that can eat you?
Yeah, you generally don't. Yeah.
You generally, you kind of I want to come home intact so I can come back here again. But it is here for you if you want to come and visit. You can go to that same Lion and Safari Park. You can go to Soweto and get the history.
But did you like how everything was private? Everything you had was private.
Everything was private, and there were people looking at me like, you going out there by yourself? Oh my, it must be good to be you. And I'm sitting there like, It is good to be me. It is good to be me, and it is good to go with a proper tourism company. All I had to do was show up.
That's it.
That's it. Get here. Everything's been taken care of. Everything. The minute I got to the airport, driver here, check in. You wrong for putting me. You wrong for that too.
What?
I'm in a full apartment.
Yeah.
And I'm showing my friends, like, look, this is where I'm at. Like, you can't say it's a room because that's disrespecting the full apartment with all the amenities. And look, people, this is where I'm at.
Yeah.
This is South Africa. All right, y'all, I'm getting ready to hit a 4 Ways Farmers Market.
Yeah.
Y'all be easy.
So let me, but you know what's funny? Because we put people in, we got people that's like, oh, I want to like hotel brand, some hotel, and we already know in our mind we're not using the hotel rooms. Right. We're using apartments because we want you to get the feel of what it's like to actually be here. Because when you got done at the end of the day, you felt like you was going back home.
I got back home. I took a shower. Everybody's like,
relax.
Going out tonight. I was like, look, I've had a full day. I've been up on safari since this morning.
Yeah.
It's been good. I'm a relaxed, chill. Hey, I got more activities tomorrow. So every day, Signature's Morningside. You wrong for that one too. How you gonna send somebody to eat? And I'm looking out, and it's just this beautiful view, and I'm just sitting there like, this is where I'm eating at. Here, this is South Africa.
Yeah, but it's kind of like Kansas City, right? Just saying. I've been to Kansas City. It's nice. Around the stadium.
Okay.
Around the stadium.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the 5-star treatment I've gotten here.
Yes.
And I've been to restaurants where, you go there and you eat and everything, and it's okay. But I mean, everything from the waiters, the waitresses, the owners are coming over and greeting you and everything else.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm not looking out at a view at any restaurant I go to in Kansas City.
Yeah.
I'm not Signature's Morningside. That view, I had to just take a picture. I'm looking at this while I'm eating dinner. This is what I'm looking at.
And they knew you was with the Real South Africa,
Absolutely.
so that's why they made sure they came, and you got like the top notch.
I got treated extremely well. I mean, extremely well. I mean, honestly, I've been spoiled by this. And so the idea of waiting, it's like, I could go back in December. It's like, no, that's too soon. That's too late.
Yeah.
I got to get back sooner than that. That twitch starts kicking in because, I mean, I am going to miss it. You will.
But it's okay, though, because like I said, some people say, well, I can't miss one I ain't never had. But you had this.
I've had this. And my recommendation for anyone, because I look at the comments and people are always talking about the money. And I know it's the financials, and I get it. But this is an investment. You get what you pay for.
Easy, yeah.
Easy. And this, by far, was the easiest. I mean, I just went on the website. How many days, paid for it, booked the airline, sat back, everybody's like, what's going on? I was like, well, probably a month or two out, I'll get my itinerary, look up.
There it is.
There's my itinerary, I'm looking through everything, I'm like, all right, cool. I get a voicemail, which I saved, by the way, because I was like, it's her voice, like, this is so real. And then I get here, and everything from the check-in process all the way through has just been 100% top-notch. Best vacation
ever.
Had to go throw a few more items in the suitcase. Had to get that South Africa coffee mug, South Africa keychain. Had to get it all. Just had to get it all. I was like, but it has been wonderful. It has been absolutely wonderful.
Excellent.
I understand what you mean about being on safari.
Yeah.
It is. We went out there a little bit early, even though it was a hot day. We put the windshield down. We were just driving around, looking, and I was like, this is so peaceful. You're seeing the wind, you're seeing the grass blow over, and then all of a sudden you're driving, it's like, that a giraffe?
Yeah, right there.
Huh. Guess we should stop and take a picture of this. All right, cool.
Yeah.
We're driving a little bit more. I think that's an elephant right there. All right, cool. Yeah. American zoos, I could never go to another American
Exactly.
zoo.
Exactly.
I can't. When you see animals in their habitat, when you see them with room to roam,
Yeah,
even
and doing their
at
thing.
the safari park, they're eating, they're just enjoying their life. It's nothing like a zoo because they have a room to roam around there.
Yeah.
Look at an American zoo, it's like you're just in this little enclosure.
Yeah, they in prison. They in prison.
It's honestly sad. But I've had a chance to see animals in their habitat. Loved it.
Yep. And each time you go, because you may want to go, like I go all the time. I've probably been on 50, maybe 60 game drives.
Yeah.
They're all different. And I go at night, they're different. I go to the same place in the morning, it's different. It's different animals. It's almost like they have shifts, you know, or whatever. And you just see different stuff each time. So.
And I've had more soda here, whatever you want to call it, here in South Africa than I have back in the U.S. The sugar content here is so much lower. Almost like you're drinking a diet soda, but it's a regular soda.
Tastes good, though.
I don't really eat eggs back in the U.S., but I've had the eggs here. I ordered the savory waffle breakfast because, by the way, you get breakfast every day.
A proper breakfast.
And coffee and everything else.
Not continental.
Not continental, you order, it's made to order for you. So I'm sitting there, and savory waffle comes with eggs. I'm like, I really don't eat eggs like that. These eggs don't taste. These are really good. And then I go to Woolworths, and why are the eggs just out? Not in the freezer section, they're just out. Why is Woolworths a combination of Whole Foods and Macy's? Why is it just everything? Like, you can get cosmetics, you can get clothes, this shirt, Woolworths. Because I went there, because guess what? I needed some more clothes. I was like, this shirt looks nice. And then I go into the food section, and I'm just looking at all this like...
And it's nice looking, nice setup situation.
It is Whole Foods and Macy's combined. Everything just right there. And you're just like, okay, samples and everything else. Malls, beautiful. Get to walk around those.
Yeah.
You get exercise in over here. I probably averaged 8,000 steps a day or more. Just
doing your normal?
Just walking and just, and the people. It's the people that really...
And thanks for saying that, because people, like, when we are talking to them on the phone, we try to interject that piece, and they're kind of like reject it. They're like, oh, that's not really that important. And I'm like, no, the people is going to make your trip.
The people, you set it up, but then the people of South Africa close the deal.
Of course.
You just provide the opening, but they're the ones who close it, because I have never met so many friendly, genuine, concerned. I'm telling people, like, look, it's going to be hard getting on that flight. Don't go back then. Just don't go back. What you doing?
Bro, it's...
Look, I got to do it properly. Thank you. I got to do it proper.
Yes.
I'm going to set it up the right way. But I was like, look, I can definitely see this being home without any, it's not even a hesitation that this could be home. Just with everything that's going on. And it's still growing.
Yeah.
It is still growing.
And that's something that you see as an American, because South Africans don't see from our perspective. We see this is going to get bigger and bigger.
It's only going to get bigger
and better.
And better.
And we need to be a part of it.
Absolutely.
We need to be a part.
You are here, Lesedi. Typically, if you see the dances and hear the songs and everything else. You're sitting there and you're just like, ooh, do I really want to? I have such an appreciation for the different tribes now.
Yeah.
And I have an understanding of, hey, that dance looks familiar. I've seen that back in the States. Okay, so there's a link back here. And this is a true cultural representation of this. And so you get to understand that, and then all of a sudden your mind is like, okay, you know, I can sit there and I can be beating on the drum and I can be singing, and there's the koso, which I think the clicks are difficult.
Yeah, very difficult.
You have an appreciation for it.
Yeah.
You do. And all this is done, it just made me appreciate this place more.
So it's a little bit different in Kansas City. Slightly.
It is slightly different than Kansas City. You know, somebody was like, well, you know, the Super Bowl is like, South Africans ain't worried about the Super Bowl.
No, they just had
South
to,
Africans are busy doing their thing. Like, they look, if you're talking soccer.
Oh, yeah, they all over that.
Yeah, you know, that, but South Africans are not worried about what Kansas City
Yeah, they just had the Africa Cup.
Yeah.
Came in third place. That's big.
Like, they're not worried about that. I was like, they're busy living their lives and enjoying their lives. And, you know, everybody who has been working, even though they are at work, you still see a joy in what they're doing. Everything, you know. And Herbert, absolutely amazing. I got this WhatsApp.
There you go.
We're gonna stay in contact, you know.
And that's the plan.
That's my dude. I mean, he Grantham, his son. Grantham and everything. I met friends here. Like, you met friends. I met friends here. Like, I made contacts, and everything about it's like, you gotta go back. You gotta go back.
You gotta leave first.
See, there you go again.
I'm just saying, you're here
I'm
saying you gotta go back, but I'm like, you gotta leave before you can come back.
I'm getting ready to go.
You got 45 minutes.
I'm getting ready to leave. However, when I do land,
yes, sir,
I will be grabbing the Mac and opening it up and saying, hey, go ahead. And I want my spot for the real estate tour, because I see it. I've driven around here, I've looked, and I'm just like, I've never taken an Uber in the States.
Yeah,
ever.
Me neither. I've never taken one.
I've never taken an Uber in the States. I'm going to Four Ways on Sunday. Let me see. Let me go ahead and download this Uber app. And let me go ahead and head over there. And I took Uber from here to Four Ways. I went from Four Ways to Santon City. And then, you know, I took an Uber back here. Because, you know, I got in like a whole bunch of steps. And maybe 20 US.
Yeah, USD.
All three of those?
Yeah. And they were Uber Blacks, because I heard someone say, you might as well just take Uber Black while you're here.
Yeah.
So I took Uber Blacks.
Living good.
Living.
So you can easily see yourself living good on this over here. I tell people all the time, and people, they still can't get the concept, because they've, you know, I make $150K in the US and I still don't live the level. I say, you don't need all that here.
You don't have to do look, it is possible. It is possible. But the only way that you see it's possible, you got to come and visit.
You have to come.
The visit is, look, I hopping on that plane in Atlanta and getting ready to cross the Atlantic, and you're sitting there like, this is a long flight. But you know what?
Right.
Once you do it, it is nothing compared to what others have went through in crossing the Atlantic.
Yeah.
If you get my drift.
Yeah. Drift is gotten.
Yes. So if you can endure 15, 16 hours, which you can easily, come here and visit and meet these people and see it for yourself. Because I've watched all the videos and everything else. Nothing until you get here.
Yep.
Nothing compares until you actually talk to the people here.
Yeah.
And once your feet are on ground, you're just like, this is different. I feel different here.
Mm-hmm.
And it's because, hey, you're home. And so you need to make your way here. Invest in yourself.
Absolutely. Hey guys, check this out. So I'm glad he's saying all these things because, you know, we set this up so you guys could win. And it's kind of hard to, like everything, a lot of the things that he's talking about is kind of hard to put it into words and convey it in a video and all these things. But you guys are seeing that there are a lot of people that are willing to move here, willing to leave their lives behind in the U.S. You know, they make the choice and they decide to come here. And it's because on that visit, when you get here, when you start using all 5 senses and then your brain start kicking in and it adds up to home and you're like, wait a minute, I just flew 16 hours. How is this home? You got to deal with that. But at the same time, everything is working for you because obviously we're making sure things work for you and you're not trying to figure nothing out. It's all scheduled. And it's an amazing experience to actually be able to do this. But what I'm getting ready to do now is get on Tasha, because why is it your fault for everything?
It is her fault.
Say again?
It is her fault.
Okay.
She know what she doing. She sets it all up. See, they get you here, and then you feel like you can't leave. It's her fault. She know what she doing. She knows. She knows.
What you do with Tasha?
I'm just trying to give people the best, most authentic, and best luxury 5-star, no holds barred, taken care of personal experience. I think that you should just come someplace and be taken care of, and I'm just grateful that people trust us enough that he allowed me to do those things for him, because now he can go home and say, "You wrong."
Yes.
Yeah, especially about that spa.
And it's your fault.
The spa was so wrong. Oh,
So many levels.
Massage.
Well, first of all the Asian girls that were there, right? All those Asian, people who do massages like in the States, they were here, right?
No, not at all. Not at all. No. Massage, absolutely wonderful. Facial, absolutely wonderful. Manicure and pedicure, absolutely wonderful. And bonus, I went downstairs because, of course, there's a barber where I'm staying at. There's a barber right downstairs. You don't have to go far to find a barber. He's like right downstairs.
Yeah.
So I went and I was like, hey, I need to shave and a haircut. What would you charge me? And he was like, 280 rand. I was like, okay, cool. So I sit down. He does the head shave. He shaves up. You want a shampoo? Never had my head shampooed before. Sure. Unless I do it, absolutely. Gets that done. Everything. 280 rand. That is $14 US.
Yeah.
That was easily a $50, $60, $70 treatment or more back in the States. You can honestly live your best life here. You really can.
So what about those people? Because, we get a lot of people who are at retirement or near retirement, and you got to start making them choices.
Yes.
Them hard choices, like how am I going to live? Like how am I going to do this?
Yes.
But them coming here would probably could be a good move. Would you say?
Your dollar will stretch farther here. 1, 2. Once you're in a place that is growing, and there are so many. Luxury. I thought I've stayed at nice places.
Yeah,
before.
a lot of people do.
I've never had a whole apartment to myself. I've never been able to just open up windows and look and see Phantom in front of me and go, I'm in South Africa. Can you believe this?
Yeah.
I'm from Kansas City, Missouri, and I'm waking up in South Africa. This is wild. Well, let me go on here and head to this excursion because I'm here. I might as well just enjoy it.
Yeah.
It is such a wonderful idea for anybody. Plan it out.
Yeah.
I'm a project manager. You can plan this out, make it happen.
Yeah.
And it's an investment in yourself. You truly come here, it's going to pay dividends.
Yeah.
You start thinking about, okay, do I really have to accrue this much money for retirement? Or can I come here and do something? That's why I'm coming.
It changes the game.
Too.
It changes
yes,
the game.
It changes the game.
Yeah.
And being here, there's an ease and a peace. I mean, once again, I spent so many hours in the mall here.
Mm-hmm.
It's been 5 years since I've been in the mall in the U.S. easily. And I'm not worried about anybody doing anything.
Yeah.
Because everybody's just walking and living their lives. And
Yeah.
shopping and hanging out and eating. And families and everything else. They're just all living. They're living.
Yeah.
And so you get an opportunity to come here and live.
Okay.
And you really haven't lived until you've been able to talk to the people of South Africa. See an elephant just walking in front of you. See an elephant just walking. Look at a giraffe. See some hippos in the water. You know,
every once in a while,
there's some living.
It changes
there's some
things.
living here that you can do.
Yeah.
That you don't get those opportunities back in the States.
Yeah.
So.
And some people go their whole lives, and they're code switching their whole lives. You know what I mean?
Yes.
The whole lives, like you get to not do that for a little bit.
You get to not do that for a little bit, and you get to enjoy your life. You get to enjoy it. No stress, no pressure. You guys set everything up. All I had to do was just be there and just have an open mind.
That's it. That's it.
Left my American at OR Tambo.
There you are.
You know, heading back.
Yeah.
Probably not going to pick up my American because now that you have an open mind, and I had a Mopani worm at Lesedi.
There you go.
Hey,
It is what it is.
You there? It's a Mopani worm. You might as well try.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, you will have to come here and try a Mopani worm. You could Google it, but you
All
know
you
what?
want, yeah.
Google really ain't gonna do it for you until you have to come here and experience it for yourself. You don't have to try the Mopani worm, but you should at least go to Lesedi.
Yeah.
You know, and clips of Lesedi do not do it justice.
Nope. You got to
Clips
come.
of Johannesburg do not do it justice.
Yeah.
You have to experience it for yourself.
Well, I'm glad that you trusted this young lady right here to set your trip up, make sure everything was proper. There are those, I'll be honest with you, that are like, well, like talking like they know more because they're on that same Google saying, oh, well, I saw on Google. And we're like, we're here every day.
You're here every day.
And we're part of the tourism people groups.
And part of it was I've seen so much of the content. Not that I'm out there every day when something that you post pops up, like the live last night. Not like I was on there or something like that. Don't look at it that way. It is like that. But anyway,
like it kind of sounds like it is.
A little bit. But it was, I saw it, I looked, and I was like, there are too many people saying great things about this company for me not to trust.
Yeah.
Made the decision. I was like, crap, I'm going to South Africa. I can't believe it. And what was 6 months became weeks, became days, and before
I'm on the plane.
On the flight, and I landed, and I was like, that's OR. And you're flying in over OR, the clouds are just so big here. And then you see the lush greenness of everything. I was like, wow. And we land, and it's like, I'm in Africa. Wow. And pull up here. This is where you put me at? Like, you're not putting me in like a little room?
Yeah, a little,
You're giving me a whole apartment?
We don't do that.
And
so stop worrying about the apartment. We got you.
And every tour, once again, just being private. I mean,
it matters.
I was seeing buses with 10, 12, 15, 20 people.
Yeah.
That's cool. You enjoy that.
Yeah.
My own guide who was driving me around and telling me about everything that I needed, that I was seeing, and everything. It was took care of everything for me. Great food, great people, great culture, great place.
Excellent.
But nothing else you can ask for.
Okay. Let me end this here. Like I said, it's an amazing opportunity for a lot of people. We got an opportunity to give this brother right here the opportunity, and he absolutely enjoyed it. I think you will too. So all I can say is come to sunny South Africa. All right, everybody, this is Mark Blanton from the Real South Africa, and there is so much going on here in South Africa, as you guys already know. Of course, we bring some of the best tourists here to South Africa, and they absolutely enjoy our packages, they enjoy what we do, and we love it at the very end when they say, you know what, thank you for what you guys do, because we would have never had this experience if it wasn't for what you guys do. And of course, we're so proud because we have a company that's designed to give you access to this wonderful place called South Africa. Now, what's actually happening? Well, I got a little announcement. We're going to do a real estate tour for 2024. It's going to be in November, and we want you guys to stay close. If you want more details, go to the website, therealsouthafrica.com. Just scroll down and you will see a little thing that says the Real Estate Tour 2024. A lot of you guys have been looking forward to this tour. You've been wanting this tour. You guys have been asking us about this tour. Are you guys going to do another one for 2024? What's going to happen? What's going on? So we've been doing a little research, and we've been finding out that, hey, I think we can pull it off. We pulled it off in 2022. We pulled it off in 2023. And a lot of those guys had the opportunity to buy homes, and they really are like, wow, I bought homes, or better yet, they at least saw the target, and they're like, okay, let me go home and adjust some things. So there are various people who are looking at investment properties. So, hey, that's an opportunity right then and there. And then, of course, some people are coming to look at properties so they can live here. There's so many things. So all I can say to you is jump on the real estate tour. Put your deposit down, get on. If you need to bring your spouse, bring whoever you need to bring. But this thing is going to be popping this year. And at the very end, we do a safari. Now, that safari, a lot of people are like, I don't want to do a safari drive. Trust me, the last two groups said the same thing, and then they all turned around and said, that was the best part of the trip. So that's what we're going to do. So I'll tell you right now, we will see you in November in sunny South Africa. One of the largest parks in the world. Enjoy. All right, guys, this is Mark from the Real South Africa and
Dr. Natasha Blanton, the Real South Africa.
And welcome to our day. We had a good day here on a game drive.
Had a wonderful day. We had a wonderful day.
Actually, we didn't go on a game drive, but it seemed like it.
Well, it was more like a self-drive, which I don't recommend.
Yeah. Yeah.
No matter what kind of vehicle you're in, don't do it.
Well, actually, you can go on a self-drive if you ride with me. I'm just playing.
You know what? He was the best tour guide today. He ran into more elephants, literally. No,
Yeah.
not literally.
Yeah. But anyway, it's at the end of the day. The day started out pretty good. Had a breakfast here. Decided where we were going to go. Changes happened, obviously, because we couldn't get into the gate. It's a holiday here in Kruger National. Actually in South Africa, but in Kruger National itself. So the gates didn't open till 2. We got there just after 1. And so they was like, the gates didn't open till 2, so we're going to have to wait. And there was a line, but people were cool. They had their cooler boxes.
Yeah.
They were having a good time. But we was like, you know what, let's go see what else we can run into.
He is the king of let's see what else we can get into.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm appreciative of that. So we ended up going to another place that's actually in our portfolio anyway. We were lucky enough to go have a look at it. And we ended up at Elephant Point.
Yeah.
And it is rightly so named Elephant Point. And I'll let him tell you why it's rightly so named Elephant Point.
Well, it was funny because generally we have to, set things up prior to us coming, so they'll make sure that they got us set up because they are very concerned that if we're set up properly. So we get to the gate. We just told them, hey, we was here for just to inspect things, and because we always got to make sure everything's okay. And they wasn't prepared, so they were a little nervous. So we calmed them down once we got inside. I said, hey, don't worry about it. Hey, we just happened to be stopping by because we knew they were there, but we had never stopped by there.
Right, we never stopped by
And
there.
we had seen it, and we've been asked to come
Several times. For several
times.
years, actually, they've been asking us to come out to this part of Mpumalanga and then part of the Kruger to come and see this particular property. But we passed by it today, and I'm like, it's right there.
Yeah,
And I didn't realize it was that close to. So we stopped in and.
Yeah, it was interesting. It was interesting because like I said, we had never been there. Now we've been to a lot of lodges, a lot of bush lodges, a lot of places like that. So we kind of, we knew what to expect, and we knew what to expect. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
But again, when you're out and you're dealing with because keep in mind that a lot of these, and I mentioned it before, the animals that you're going to see on these bush lodges primarily aren't really kept too far away from the lodge itself.
Because the lodge is inside their habitat, it's inside their home. So at this point,
but that's the benefit of the whole thing.
That's the beauty of the whole thing.
Yeah. To be sitting there and like we went out to the car to get into our car, and there was a little monkey, not a big one, hanging out by our car. So as he was sitting by our car, I was hitting the lock and unlock button. He was like, "What's going on? What's going on?" I just kept doing it. It was kind of funny. Ultimately, we walked up and he left. But so here we are. We're on our way. We're actually inside, and she gave us directions where to go. And so we're go this way, go that way, and sometimes they're not. But sometimes it's not clearly marked.
Right.
Yeah, but we were able to find our location. But on the way, Tasha's like, keep in mind it's called Elephant Point. We find our way, and we're going, boom, there's a bunch of elephants. Oh, there's an elephant over here. Oh, there's an elephant over there. I mean, there was just several elephants.
There was lots of elephants.
Yeah.
I think the first elephant I saw, I was like, man, that's a big rock right there.
Yeah.
And then it started backing up, and I was like, wait a minute, that's an elephant.
Yeah. Because I think people don't realize that elephants don't, like on National Geographic, they kind of stick out. They're like, they got the camera and you can see the elephant and it's clear. But in the real world,
yeah,
they move really quietly.
Ooh.
You won't even see them until you're right up on them and whatnot. And most of the animals are like that. You won't ever even notice them.
And that's why I think it's funny when you start thinking about the different colors of green, the browns in nature, and how the animals can all they could be brown, they could be gray, they can be black with spots, they can be white with spots. It's even difficult to see a zebra in those colors. So imagine this big elephant that is gray around the green background. You would think you would see it, but
but
you don't actually
generally don't see it.
Yeah.
So it's funny. So we're driving. So we get past them. We're like, wow, this is cool. We get around the corner and it's this full adult male walking towards us on the street that we're driving on. Okay. So we stop. And I back up. I said, let me just back up out of here. Right? So I back up out of there, and so we're like, should we just go back to the front gate, whatever the case may be? As soon as I backed up pretty good, and I was doing my little 3-point turn to face the opposite direction. One of the
I guess they're guides.
Yeah, one of the guides that when they drive the vehicles came barreling by, and he says, I said, hey, I pulled him. I said, hey man, hold on, and he was like, no, you could just drive right past them. They'll get out your way. This thing was 2 times bigger than my SUV.
Yes.
Maybe a little bit more. He was massive. And of course, he had the horns. I don't have any horns on my truck. So, on my SUV. I just don't have any, right? Fangs or nothing. So, we're going. And so he said, no. He said, are you afraid? He said, no, trust me. He said, they would get out your way. He was adamant. Like he said, are you scared? Now he's messing with me.
Yeah.
Remember he said,
are you scared? You're like, yeah, I'm scared. He's like, why are you scared? Because we were both thinking the same thing. When you're asking me, should we turn around? I'm like, I think we should turn around because today might be the day that he decides that he don't want to move out the way.
Not moving. And nothing we could do about it.
I mean,
because we've seen enough videos and stuff where elephants just sit on cars.
Yes.
And cars, nothing you can do with it. You
we're supposed to blow your horn.
And then you
for him to be like, what is that?
Yeah. So we just decided.
Not to be.
Well, we decided to go.
But we went very cautiously.
Yeah. So we went down there, and I'm laughing because we were so fortunate because these things move fast. You might not think they do these because they're so massive, but we were going, and by the time we got around the corner where we were expecting him to be, he wasn't there. So then we was like, okay. I mean, we were only talking 2 minutes.
Not
maybe?
even 2 minutes. I mean, it was quick because we moved quickly backing up.
Yeah, and then we went down there. And I said, man, he's gonna pop out from somewhere because there's bushes on both sides, and we don't want to, get sides.
You looking,
swiped,
I'm looking. You looking, I'm looking.
Yeah. So we go, and then ultimately he had kind of moved up the road a little bit and off to the right. And I was like, cool. So that worked out. So it was good. It was good. So then we ultimately just matriculated to where we needed to go, and it was great. I think we got a chance to see. We was on the Sabi River again. We decided while we was there because we had been up all day doing different stuff, chilling at our location, which we'll show you a little bit later on. But yeah, it was nice because we got lunch again. All right, everyone, it's time for nice lunch here. We got some beef ribs done up a different way, and then of course the potatoes. Tasha, what is that?
Arancini.
Arancini. What is it called?
Arancini.
And our views are amazing. Out here on the Sabi River, we just saw some elephants walking by here at Elephant Point. It all made sense. So we're really going to enjoy ourselves. We're going to enjoy our lunch, and then we will move forward. See you guys here in sunny South Africa. We like lunch.
Food. We like food.
Yeah, we love
any
lunch.
time of the day.
Yeah, so we did that, and we got a chance to see it was just a natural view, and then we had an opportunity to see, because there were some more elephants, massive elephants down by the river, just kind of doing their thing, coming in and going, and so. But yeah, it was interesting. So we really appreciate the fact that we got a chance to go. The good part about it is that we finally, because they've been trying to get us there for a while.
Yeah.
Keep in mind we had COVID. COVID is not an issue here in South Africa too much anymore, if anything at all. There's no restrictions. Obviously you get, if you're coming to South Africa, you're going to get a free visa, so you don't have to apply before you leave. You just gotta have a valid passport, land, and you're in. So you ain't got to worry about that. And then, of course, if you're working with us, we take care of everything else. So you really don't have any real reason not to come to South Africa, right?
No reason at all. All the thing you need to do is just decide to get here, get your plane ticket. We always say give us at least a month.
Yeah, if you can. If not, we'll work something out.
We'll make a plan, as South Africans say. We'll make a plan for that. And then just book, and then we'll take care of the rest.
Yeah. So it was good. Like I said, we got a chance to see it. So, again, if you guys are, obviously you guys are looking for new adventures, looking to do different things you've never done before. A lot of us have, well traveled on that side of the world, in the Western world. We've seen a lot. Or if you've never traveled before and you want to make Africa your first international travel location, then come this way. Obviously, it's appreciated on all levels if you do come. But yeah, we do bring people to the Kruger. Kruger National Park, if you want to Google it, for those who don't know what it is, doesn't know what it is, I would think everybody would know.
Right.
But it's I think it's one of the largest game parks in the world. It's up there. It's way up there. So with that being said, there's a lot to do here. We got 5-star game lodges. We got some of the game drives you're going to go on are absolutely amazing. They got the night game drives. You can say, well, how can I see anything?
Ooh.
Oh, you're going to see something. You're going to see something. There's always a kid in there that says, I see something.
Then the bus will stop. And you look out there.
Yeah, but, they coordinate their efforts between the different game guides. Even within, if you were in one company, there's another company.
Yeah.
They all know each other, and they're trying to, we saw this over there. And it's good because the animals you're going to see in a day are different than the ones you're going to see at night. So it's well worth it.
Oh my God.
You can't see it, guys. I'm so super sorry, but there's a bunch of animals. Are they baboons?
Those are baboons.
Yeah, those are pretty much baboons up there, crawling up there. I'm sorry, I got distracted. They're probably want my drink. They're not going to get it.
Oh, you should.
Oh, they're so cute. Look at that.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I'm so sorry, y'all. Tasha, you can continue to do it all over there.
Well, I don't know if they're fighting or.
I don't know what they're doing.
Oh, they're fighting.
Yeah. They're trying to distract us so that they can come from the other side.
Well, I'm gonna tell you the story that I saw in my head. So they're walking along the top of the building, and then one of them stops, and the other one does not see that one is stopped, so it bumps into it. And then she turned around and was like, "Why are you pushing on me?" And then he grabbed her like that and was trying to bite her. She was like, "You're not finna bite on me." And then they had a little argument real quick, and then they fell off the top.
Yeah, she calling them hood baboons. That's all basically what she was saying. She's calling them hood baboons.
They're not hood baboons. They fought, and now they're happy again.
We got
Oh, now he's in the tree.
Yeah, not in the tree. I'm so sorry, guys. I wish we could just show that to you, but we cannot. But yeah, but again, we obviously do, Cape Town, great packages, great experiences. You've seen all the testimonials. We do a lot of Joburg. A lot of people want to come to Joburg. There was a time people didn't even want to come to Joburg.
100%.
They just didn't want to come. And the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people that we brought to Joburg, when you hear those testimonials, most of them are like, yeah, I came to Joburg. And we expose Joburg for what it is. It's a good tourist destination, especially for those that are in the diaspora. It's a great destination. And then of course Cape Town is good. And then of course we've been sending a lot of people to Durban. So for all those people who came to Durban with us, who's absolutely enjoyed it, walking along the beach, being in tropical, locations, and all of this in Africa. I mean, I don't even know what to tell you. It's not normal, and from the Western North American USA experience, but it can be. And working with us, the only, and I'm just gonna be honest with you, the only problems that we actually have is that you're sitting in the Western Hemisphere Googling, and you're coming up with different things, and you have zero point of references. You don't know exactly kind of how it works. You're just kind of like, oh, well, I want to do this, and I want to do that. And trust me, we know what we'd like to do. And I'm not saying you can't do those things, but I would say that if you follow the itineraries, like we set up, and we have a discussion with you as well, I promise you would be like, okay, when it's over, because at some point you begin, then there's the middle, then there's the end.
Always.
Yeah, and when it's over, then you're like, okay, that was amazing.
Yeah.
And then when you come back, we do other things.
100%.
Yeah, and then you do other things, and then there's people on their fourth and fifth trip. Then we do other things, and then they're expanding their vocabulary when they come here to South Africa. Then they go back to the U.S. And now they look at the U.S. differently, and you've heard us talk about that before. But at the end of the dang day, at least you'll have an idea that nobody can tell you that Africa is just a complete calamity. Or a train smash, as we say here in South Africa. Train smash.
Train smash.
Yeah. You be talking to people, it's not a train smash.
You're like,
train smash. You put those two together. But nonetheless, that's how we talk here. So I say it to you. Oh, it's not a train smash.
Which means everything's going to be okay.
It's going to be all right. We're going to survive. So, but yeah, we just wanted to come to you with this. And of course, you guys have been looking at a lot of our content. And we are actively in the tourism space, as you see. We go to places, we do things, we show you pretty much everything that we're doing. So I would say at this point we're pretty reputable.
I would say we've earned our stripes. I think we've ticked enough boxes. We've been to enough places. We've met enough people. We've rubbed elbows with the right people. We've put in enough time to build relationships that we're happily sharing with you guys.
Yeah. So like if we call and say we're coming somewhere, they may not recognize our voices or whatever, but by the time they look us up or sometimes they already know. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. What can we do to sort things out? For you guys, which again translates to your experience here, because when you check in, you're checking in and doing everything with the real South Africa. There's another yeah, up there. But they know this, and so it makes your experience, just a little bit better because they know what we expect. So take the time and understand that we know exactly what we're trying to do, and it's going to be difficult for you to try to sit on that side and put together something, i.e. I'm using the internet, or I got my hotel and
Yeah.
Now what do I need to do?
Yeah.
No, we take care of all that.
Yeah.
It works that way for a reason, and unfortunately, we're not in the U.S., so it's kind of hard to explain that.
It
But
is.
here it
It
works
is.
differently, and so when you call us and say, "Hey, because you go with a brand that hey, I got 900 million points on with Holiday Inn,"
Yeah.
and you like, well, I'm going to stay to save a couple bucks at Holiday Inn, but you're spending a ton more trying to get transport because there's no Holiday Inns within the vicinity that you want to go to and the things you want to do.
Yeah.
Let us sort it all out for you. So I'm going to leave it there. This baboon is carrying a Coca-Cola, y'all. I swear
you
to God.
serious?
Oh yeah, you missed him. He was over there. He's hilarious.
Oh
But
my
yeah.
God.
But so reach out to us at therealsouthafrica.com, and we will hopefully see you guys here in sunny South Africa.
Beautiful Cape Town. Be a tourist in the city of gold, Johannesburg. Enjoy the warm water of the Indian Ocean in Durban. Interact with wildlife on a private game reserve. Luxury 5-star hotels. And of course, world-class spas. Contact The Real South Africa today for your African adventure. Thank you so much for spending time with us today. If you like what you saw, please subscribe and don't forget to hit the notifications button so you don't miss out on all things The Real South Africa. Thanks again.